Hello, so this is 10 ways to prevent kidney stones. Kidney stones are deposits of minerals and salts that crystallize in the kidneys. They become solid, and passing them in the urine can be extremely painful. Usually the fluid in urine prevents waste products from coming into contact with each other. However, kidney stones can begin to form when there is not enough fluid or too much solid waste content in the urine. Though most kidney stones develop in the kidneys, they can form anywhere in the urinary tract. So in this article, we look at several ways to prevent kidney stones. 1, stay hydrated. When urine contact contains more fluid, it is less likely that minerals and salts will cluster together and form stones. Darker urine is a sign of dehydration. Ideally, urine should appear pale yellow. Doctors tend to recommend that a person drinks between 6 and 8 ounces of glasses of water per day. 2, reducing salt intake. Sodium or salt can cause water retention and lead to dehydration. The Food and Drug Administration suggests that adults aim to keep their salt intake below 2,300 milligrams daily. This is equivalent to around 1 teaspoon of table salt. Some examples of high salt foods include deli or smoked meats, most packaged or prepackaged meals, potato chips, most canned soups, most ready-to-make noodles. Foods that contain other types of sodium include sodium bicarbonate, sodium phosphate, monosodium glutamate, baking powder, nitrates, and sodium nitrate. 3, maintain a healthy body weight. Having overweight or obesity can put stress on the kidneys. However, it is always important to lose weight gradually and safely. Crash dieting and following a diet high in animal protein can both increase the risk of kidney stones. 4, limiting foods with calcium oxalate. Kidney stones can consist of many different compounds, including uric acid, struvite, and crystite. The most common type of kidney stones involves calcium oxalate. One 2004 study examined nearly 44,000 kidney stones and found that 67% were composed predominantly of calcium oxalate. Doctors usually only recommend restricting oxalate intake to those at a high risk of kidney stones or those with high oxalate levels. Consuming calcium alongside oxalate-rich foods may reduce the risk of kidney stones by binding the chemicals together before they reach the kidneys. Foods that contain high levels of oxalate include grapefruit and cranberry juice, potatoes, soybeans, spinach, some nuts, including cashews and peanuts, chocolate, rhubarb, beets, asparagus, most berries, celery and parsley, whole grains, and tea. 5, avoiding excessive caffeine consumption. Caffeine speeds up metabolism and can cause dehydration. The recommended upper limit for adults is 400 milligrams of caffeine daily, which is equivalent to about 4 cups of coffee. It is important to remember that certain sodas, chocolates, teas, and energy drinks can also contain caffeine. Avoiding sugary drinks. Some studies have linked sweetened drinks, especially those containing high fructose corn syrup, to the development of kidney stones. At least half of a person's fluid intake should be pure water. Some research suggests that caffeinated drinks can increase the risk of stones, as can sweetened drinks and sodas. 7, getting enough dietary calcium. Although calcium oxalate is the most common compound in kidney stones, consuming some dietary calcium helps reduce the risk of stones. Most dietary products are a good source of calcium. Manufacturers fortify many other foods with calcium, including orange juice, canned fish with bones such as sardines, tofu, and some cereals. 8, increasing citric acid intake. About 60% of people with kidney stones also have low citric acid levels. Some good sources of citric acid include 1 4-ounce glass of undiluted, unsweetened lemon or lime juice, 1 8-ounce glass of orange juice, or 1 8-ounce glass of lemon or mango juice. 9. Monitoring the intake of high acid foods. Highly acidic urine can increase the risk of uric acid kidney stones and making them pass more painfully. High amounts of acid in the urine also encourage the kidneys to reabsorb citrate rather than excrete it. Citrate is a compound that can help flush out calcium-based stones, as well as impair their growth. Highly acidic foods include red meat and pork, poultry, most types of fish, most cheeses, eggs. People do not need to avoid high acid foods entirely, as they can be a good source of protein. However, a person should monitor and limit their intake of these foods if they experience frequent kidney stones. And finally, 10, taking supplements and vitamins. A wide range of natural supplements and vitamins are available to help reduce the risk of kidney stones in some people, including potassium citrate, vitamin B6, which occurs in foods such as bananas, mangoes, soybeans, avocados, and halibut. Other B vitamins, including riboflavin and B12, none of which are harmful to people with kidney stones, vitamin D, calcium, and fish oils. However, for many of these, it is best to check with a doctor or dietitian before use. Some supplements can increase the risk for some individuals. So thank you for listening.